Hey guys, it's Jacqueline and welcome to my speed build in The Sims 4. Today's video is my first video from my new computer. Fancy, very exciting. Sorry, I just recorded like the first part of a voiceover where I got a little ecstatic about it, so I'm doing it again and I'm trying to be more low-key this time, more calming, more chill vibes. But they're a bit lost on me because I'm so excited. Look at the reshade. Just look at it, take it in. I don't know if it's the one I'm gonna keep or if I might like switch to a different preset. I'm really not sure, but like, isn't it glorious? Isn't it beautiful? Is it like, I just sat down to this build and I was like, I could build a hideous house and it would still look good because reshade, you know? And oh, it was amazing. I'm so excited. So I really hope you guys like the preset. If you hate the preset, I don't know, there's still hope for you because I might switch it to a different one. I don't know, like I really like this one, but I feel like it looks a bit cartoony, you know, like there's the shadowing on the bottom, I guess, which was kind of the part that I liked about it, but it's also, like, I think it looks cute for houses like this, like little beach houses, sort of tiny houses sort of thing, but I'm not sure how that will work out on, like, bigger homes, like family homes and stuff, and I'm also, like, obviously it does cause stress to the computer, which is like a concern of mine, I suppose, because like I don't want to cause stress to the computer because it's like it's a fancy computer, you know. If the fancy computer is being stressed out by the things I'm doing in the game, that's a bit of a cause for concern. But oh my god, building without lag. guys, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to sound too excited about it because also I feel like now I'm just like pushing those ideas of like, oh, to make a good video you have to have reshade and you have to have like the fancy computer and stuff. You don't, you know. And it was kind of a bit of a novelty to like not have all that stuff and like build on a laptop. Or I was like, oh guys, I'm unique, I'm like building on my laptop, but that's not true. You're not unique, okay? Laptop builders, nobody is unique actually, because there's so many people that play The Sims that like nobody really does anything original ever, but like oh, it's magical, it really is. But I have sympathy for you laptop builders. So this build actually shouldn't be that hard to run either. It's pretty tiny, and I believe the main packs that I use are cats and dogs, and probably just base game cats and dogs, maybe some seasons, and I mean obviously there's like little stuff from other packs. Eco lifestyle, I know I used a lot of little decorative objects from that as well. I don't know why I'm telling you this. When I first started my channel, I used to like go through all of the main packs in a build at the beginning of every build and be like, so these are the main packs I want to have if you want to download this, and it was probably cute. I should do that more, shouldn't I? But I just use every pack in every build now, except for the base game save file. Woohoo! Okay, sorry, I'm so excited. I genuinely haven't had this much fun building in like a really long time. Like, of course I love building, we've discussed this, it's my lifeblood, I don't know what I would do without it, but like it's very calming to build with this kind of the filter and the reshade and the preset and the beautiful stuff. And by the way, if you see a little like gray screen text overlay, it's because I kept hitting the like Windows key when I was trying to hit the Alt key, because on my old computer like the Alt key is where the window key is now, so if I hit the window key then it would send me back to the home screen, and the Sims 4 was not on the home screen, so then it caused like a bunch of issues. And then it also flashed this like super bright white screen in my computer, but apparently that didn't record, luckily, because then I would have had to edit everything out. But I think you guys can cope with the overlay probably. Just imagine that every time I did that I was like, oh my curses, what am I doing? So that might take a little getting used to, I guess. But anyways, I didn't think reshade was gonna work, actually. Fun story, when I first downloaded it, actually for like the first day, because the computer came yesterday, by the way, which is early. I don't know if I already said that, but it came early and I'm very excited about it. So when I first got it, like literally the first thing I did, I was like, so I downloaded The Sims, which by the way, I forgot how long that takes. It was literally like 2 hours, I think, to download like just the game without all of the like packs and stuff. So that was kind of wild, but I downloaded the game, and then the first thing I did once I had the game was download reshade, and I was so excited. Like, I opened up my game, I had my preset. This is the Sumahama preset, by the way. I'll have it linked in the description, and I have something else I want to say about the preset after we go on my rant about this. But basically, so like reshade worked fine and all, like I could get it to run and stuff, and it was doing the beautiful reshading the game, you know, as the name would imply. But then I switched it, I was setting up my graphics settings, and so I switched my mouse to the Sims 3 camera, or my game camera, I suppose, to the Sims 3 camera, which means that your scroll wheel on your mouse will control the angle of the camera. And what happened is that every time you like even vaguely press on the scroll wheel, the camera goes berserk. I mean, like wild. It was spinning all over the place. Like literally, you like press down on the scroll wheel a bit and suddenly your camera is just in a tailspin, and I was like, oh, okay, this is not gonna work. Like, I mean, it made me dizzy just to watch it in real time, so I can only imagine how bad it would be if I was trying to like speed build with it, you know? So The first day I researched, I found no solutions. I was sad, but I wasn't like that sad because like reshade is not the object of the new computer. The object of the new computer is like, you know, having a computer that can run the game. Amazing. Oh guys, I'm so excited. I really am. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about it too. Like I feel bad too. I feel like really undeserving, honestly. Like I don't know. But anyways, I feel undeserving. But anyways, the point is that I didn't think it was gonna work, and then I was researching more today because I was like, you know, I don't really need reshade, like that's not the main point of having the computer, but it would still be nice. So I just like was looking into it a little more, and then I discovered a forum, and I'm very good at reading forums. I know nothing about technology, but I can read about it for a long time and pretend I know what I'm talking about. So what it said to do was disable the origin overlay in the game, which I didn't even know was a thing. So I was like, oh, interesting. Yeah, sounds good. I'll try that. How do you do that? But I didn't actually ask anybody how you do that. Obviously, I just looked it up, like every good child of the 21st century does. So I looked it up, and it was pretty simple. So I did that, and then it worked, and everything was fine. And by the way, I feel the need to add that I uninstalled and reinstalled the entire game and all of the packs multiple times to try to make it work, and I uninstalled and reinstalled Reshade 1,000,001 times, and ooh, I did so much stuff. But I'm really glad I got it to work in the end, because I think it just makes the game look so pretty. Hopefully you guys agree. And yeah, that's my story about Reshade. Fun story time, am I right? I don't know. But there were so many things where I was like, this could be the problem, this could be the problem. I thought it had something to do with files that end in like .ini for a really long time. I was like, yep, that must be the problem. I just have to go through and find all of those files and like reset them. I did the thing where you like rename the Sims 4 game folder so that then you like regenerate a new folder and then transfer your saves and all that stuff, which was essentially useless because I don't even have any saves right now. I have to transfer all of my saves in my tray files, I think, to my new computer, from my old computer, I guess. I haven't really done any of that, which is also, by the way, my intro isn't going to be in this video, and nor will be my outro, like, end screen thing. So just so you know, if you notice that, that's why it's not there, but it will be making a return, a triumphant return, when I finally get my life together and, you know, set up the new computer. But boy, was it dramatic. Like, trying to figure out how to do a voiceover on the new editor. I'm using this thing called Shotcut, which I used to just use iMovie because that comes free with like Apple laptops and computers and stuff. So I was like, yeah, you know, just use iMovie, that's fun, that's chill. But now I have to figure out something new, so I just use Shotcut because that's a free software. I'm not about to use anything like that costs money after we've just gone and splurged a bit on this whole thing. So yeah, anyways, the point, well, there was no point, I suppose. That was kind of a ramble, wasn't it? But anyways, the next thing I wanted to say is that I feel like I need to give credit where credit is due. So the person that I was mainly inspired by for this build, and also using the specific reshade preset that I'm using, and yeah, the style of the build, I guess, mainly, is a simmer called Plant Sim Girl, who you may or may not know her channel. She doesn't do voiceovers. She's very, like, I categorize her in like the aesthetic section of speed builds. Like, mine are just kind of chaotic mess. Hers are very aesthetically pleasing and really fun to watch. I really like them. So if you haven't, I'll link her channel. She doesn't watch any of my videos, so she'll never know that I told you guys this, and she probably wouldn't care if I didn't give her credit, but I feel the need to. So yeah, she does a lot of builds in this style, like sort of like tiny houses and stuff, and they're just really adorable, and I love them a lot. So I thought that I would just go for it with this stuff today. And it's a very like improvisational style, I guess you could say. I mean, I improvise all of my builds. Obviously, I don't like sit down and plan out beforehand. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna use this desk, and then I'm gonna use this chair. Sorry, I had to say that because we're making a little desk space right now, but like I never do that. So basically every build is improvised is the point that I'm making. But her builds are very like, I don't know, kind of eclectic, but they're just really pretty eclectic, you know? And a lot of them are in this very nice style that's sort of like light wood tones and lots of plants and stuff. I really like it. So that's what we're doing today. And this is pretty much like, I mean, it's one of my favorite styles. Like, in real life, it's a style I would like, which I can't say about like a lot of the builds I do. Like, a lot of builds I do, I mean, I would be elated, obviously, to live in those houses, because boy, do I make a nice house. Sorry, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But I would like to live in the houses that I make, I guess, because I make them because I think they look nice most of the time. Sometimes I'm like, this is an ugly build, but I need to make a video, so I just go with it and I pretend I like it. But basically, yeah, I would like, if I was choosing a style to furnish a future house or apartment or whatever in, it would be the style, like for sure. I love it a lot. So that's basically what's going on there, and I probably won't do like a lot of builds in this style in the future. I really like them, but I feel like it's just so easy to like accidentally make something that's a total like carbon copy of something you made before in this style, because there's like select few items in the game that give off that super cozy kind of like beachy, almost just really cozy vibes, you know? Like I feel like Tiny Living is sort of oriented towards that style, but I went for a bit more of a traditional like flair here. Tiny Living I feel like is more on the modern side of things, but I did use some Tiny Living objects. Of course, I always use Tiny Living. I love Tiny Living with my whole heart. So hopefully you guys don't mind that too much, because I feel like sometimes I just use the same objects over and over again and it's like disaster, but I do it with like different swatches and different styles, so that's how I get away with it, I guess. But not so much the outside. I feel like the outside is basically just like every house I ever build. That's the real tea though. Behind my builds, I literally just build the same like kind of house shape, and then I do this like different, I do variations on the roofing, and then I do variations on like the wall texture and the roof texture, and I'm like, yep, it's a base game, it's a suburban, it's a Mediterranean house, it's a modern house, guys, look at my craftsman, and you guys just like go with it, you know, because nobody's about to be like, hey, you just made this exact same build yesterday, but today you put like the clay tiles on it, you called it Mediterranean. But that's really the truth behind everything. So anyways, the point is that I guess, like, I could do this outside exterior style pretty much over and over again, and I wouldn't have a problem with it, honestly. Like, I think it's pretty darn cute, but I don't really want to, like, accidentally do the same kind of repetitive build over and over again, and, like, I really like this style, of course, so it'll probably be making an appearance on the channel pretty frequently, but I don't know when the last time I did a beach house was, like, probably the last one I can remember. I'm hoping that this is not the last one I did, but the last one I can remember is the very second video that I ever put on my channel, which now I believe is the first build that's on my channel, because I deleted my very first video because it was embarrassing and disgusting. But I mean, I say that like the second one isn't embarrassing and disgusting. They're all embarrassing and disgusting. If we're telling the whole truth here, up until like literally a few months ago, I kind of hate every like video I've ever made. Like, they're just bad. That's the only way to say it. They're really bad. They're really bad videos. So maybe I should take all those down. I don't know. But I don't want to sacrifice all the watch hours. Like, I need all the watch hours I can get if we're ever gonna reach monetization, which is like never. But I feel like people that don't do YouTube don't know this. You need 4,000 watch hours. Like, people have to spend 4,000 hours watching your videos to get monetized, which, like, I mean, obviously for some people that's like piece of cake. For me, that is ridiculous. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah, that's my main motivation, I guess, for not deleting videos at the moment. But it's not like I'm gonna reach 1,000 subscribers anytime soon, so I should just take them down, shouldn't I? Because oh boy, if like somebody I know in real life found this channel, that would be embarrassing. So that's a consideration. I hadn't really thought of it very much until now, but now I'm freaking myself out and we're in the middle of a voiceover, so this is an opportune timing, I guess. Good job, Jack, you do it again. But yeah, so the interior of this house, like I said, very cutesy, very cozy, and I really like it, actually. I say actually as if I wouldn't like it, but it's definitely like kind of giving me like nifty knitting vibes. Sorry, I was trying to do a transition. It didn't work. It was a really bad transition, but now I want to talk about nifty knitting because the trailer came out today, and this, by the way, I was gonna do a trailer reaction and like breakdown today because I did one for Eco Lifestyle and people seemed to, it was relatively well received, I'd say. So I was gonna do one for nifty knitting because there are some things that people didn't mention, and I was like, what are you doing? Why are you not mentioning these things in your trailer reactions? But that's fine. So anyways, I am really excited about nifty knitting. I hope you guys are too. I don't have much to say about it, actually, except I think, can you imagine? I mean, they're never gonna do this, but it would be a really good pack to release an Elders update with, like, hint hint, wink wink, nudge nudge. I mean, maybe if they just like, I mean, obviously it would have had to have been in the works for a while at this point if they were gonna release it in like 2 weeks, but it would be so glorious if we just updated our games and it was like surprise patch day and then we get a surprise Elders update. Can you imagine? I would be so excited. But anyways, I am really excited about that. I'm very excited about the pack as a whole. I don't know, like, I kind of feel like I don't even know if I really want to get it, but at the same time I'm very excited about it. Like, I'm going to get it because, like, I know in my heart of hearts I really want it, but at the same time, every time I like look at a pack now or look at a pack item, because like I keep mentioning the base game save file, and I know nobody actually like cares about it that much, but I care about it a lot. So every time I look at a pack now, I'm like, oh, if only that was base game. I could use it in the base game save file, but it's not base game and my life is hard, man. So I have a flair for the dramatic, don't I? But yeah, I don't know, like I'm really excited about it obviously, but I'm also, because I'm planning a senior center build for my save file, and so every time I look at the knitting objects and the rocking chairs, I'm just like, oh, a knitting room in the senior center. But no, there will be no knitting room. I'll probably make a like arts and crafts room, and if you have the nifty knitting stuff pack and you choose to download the save file for whatever strange reason you might have, you can add a knitting room in there. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I'm just overall really excited about it. And in the last shot, by the way, of the trailer, I haven't seen anybody talk about this. I don't know, somebody's probably talked about it, like Pixelator, somebody that does like conspiracy speculation videos, Aaron, but somebody probably has. But in the last shot of the trailer, they had an elder sitting in her rocking chair. She's like knitting and stuff. I don't know if she's actually knitting, but she's sitting in a rocking chair, and she gets this like thought bubble over her head. It looks kind of like when the kids are playing with their toys and they have like the little imagination bubbles, but she has a thought bubble, and it's a little like picture of somebody on a sled in the snow on a sled. And I watched like, well, I think I only watched like 1 or 2 reaction videos. I don't actually remember. I should probably remember, this was earlier today, but yeah, she has like a sled and stuff, and it's in her reminiscence, I suppose, and people are like, oh, she's having memories, how cute. But no, it's clearly a hint about a sled. I don't know, because then it's like controversial, right? Because they would never make a pack like that, because if they did that, and then it would require seasons, right? Like you couldn't build, or you couldn't have the pack without seasons, because you can't like have snow without seasons. So they would never do that after the disaster that was My First Pet stuff. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that they just happened to do that, and they just happened to put out a survey a few months ago that was just, you know, coincidentally about how we might have winter resorts in the game, like, you know, coincidence? I think not. So I don't know why people didn't like say that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people said that, but I just like, based on my very small sample of the trailer reactions I watched, nobody mentioned it, and I was disappointed that nobody mentioned it. So that's like, honestly, that wasn't like my driving factor for wanting to make a trailer reaction, but alas, I did not, because I don't think anybody would really want to watch a whole trailer reaction just for me to be like, guys, look at the the sled. But you know, it did happen, so let me know what you guys think, because I was thinking also that could be a hint to a game pack, right? Like because we're trying to figure out what the game pack is, obviously, since we're getting, that was like, I don't even remember when they released it, but at some point they gave us a timeline that was like, you're getting a stuff pack, an expansion pack, and a game pack. So whenever the game pack comes out, I guess we'll know, or whenever the game pack trailer comes out. But yeah, Nifty Knitting comes out in 14 days right now, exactly 2 weeks, which I see what they did there. They just happened to stop the sale the second the Nifty Knitting comes out, which, like, fine, do it if you will, if you must, but like, I don't know. It's always kind of a money grab with EA, isn't it? I say that like it's an original thought, but I feel like we've just accepted that at this point. We've moved on. We all indulge in it, don't we? But, you know, what can you do? Except for not buy the pack if you don't want it. See, I'm such a hypocrite when it comes to this stuff. Like, I just need to stop talking about it, don't I? Because I have no self-control when it comes to packs. I mean, admittedly, I don't buy them for myself right now. Like, I get them as a gift, but like when I did buy them for myself, I still bought them all the time. Oh, God. Anyways, we're just doing the bedroom right now. In my true typical fashion, this is for an artist sim. I have no regrets. I have no apologies. Yeah, it's for a painter, and I don't know. I just think this is one of those, like, you know, the like storyline in like movies and TV shows and books and stuff, where it's like the creative type and they get away to some like beach destination home where they're like, oh wow, I'm just like in the wilderness right now and relaxing and focusing on my art. Like, it's that kind of thing, you know? But anyways, we're pretty much at the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, you can like and comment to let me know, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications if you want to see more videos and get notified every single time that I upload a video. And if you like this build and want to play in it, it will be up in the gallery. My origin ID is in the description. That is all. Bye.